Hello Lefty Wannabes and welcome to my channel Right Left Hand. It is day 305. Let's get started. We are on week 44, so we will continue writing the date, the day, the sentence, both upper and lowercase 2 times, the quote, both upper and lowercase, increasing numbers, and symbols. And the sentence is, waltz bad nymph for quick jigs vex. Again, we're writing that because it's a pangram containing all the letters of the alphabet, and we want to practice those letters in a variety of ways. And the quote is, human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge, by Plato. Let's go ahead and get started. As per usual, write the day over in the left-hand margin. Day 305. It is the 1st of November, so that's pretty exciting. Starting a new month today. And it is the year 2017, and it's Wednesday. So yeah, it's always cool to see how far we've gone. You know, we have time that passes, and months to show us how far we've got. So we'll go ahead and get started with our first sentence. But going back to what I was just saying, is we are on a new month, and it's, the second to last month of the year, so that's pretty exciting to see. We're closing out. We've got about 60 days left, and that's it's kind of scary at the same time, because we've gone this far, and we really want to see just how much we've done over this time. Man, 2 months left. It feels like it could be a long time. It also feels like it could be it could go by very quickly. So I guess we'll see. Everybody's feeling of time is going to be slightly different. And it depends on the day-to-day actions, because that's what I've seen is if the day is boring, it feels like it drags on. It's fun, or if I know something is going to be fun later, it's very slow beforehand. Then it always picks up. So we'll see. Again, 2 months. Objectively, that's a while, in terms of a year. It's 1/6 of a year, so we can be patient. I guess that's the important part. It's sure we're starting November, but we can be patient. So yeah. All right, and one thing I realized about this sentence is, yes, they mention 2 types of dancing, but it's for a reason. It's because they're telling the bad nymphs to waltz instead of jig, because if they do jig, then somebody will be vexed. So I was thinking, why are they telling them to waltz when it's not the same dance move as a jig, and doing the jig will make people upset. But now I understand. Whoever's telling these nymphs to waltz is hopefully doing other people a favor. And these are little mythical beings. I think it's like Greek. Yeah, it's probably Greek mythology, because some of it overlaps with Roman mythology, but I think it's Greek mythology for the little creatures that could turn into trees and other parts of nature, something like that. All right, we finished our sentence, so we'll go ahead and move on to the quote, which is, human behavior flows from 3 main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. And this is quite a long quote, so we'll see We'll see how long it takes to write this. But I think it's a good one. Human behavior flows from three main sources. And Plato's the one who wrote the Republic. And I think he expounds upon this in the Republic. So that's why it's maybe an important concept or topic. Because he seems to know quite a bit about the subject of human behavior. I mean, he observed people, so I would think he knows. But desire, I think that's true, because we know what we like, we know what we want, and we're going to try and go get it. Emotion, if we're feeling sad or upset, we're going to behave accordingly. And finally, knowledge, when we know, we're in a better state to make an action or a decision, and thus it influences our behavior. So I think that's a pretty good statement right there to say that human behavior flows from these three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. I don't know what they teach nowadays in either philosophy or psychology, but I'm willing to bet that desire, emotion, and knowledge all find their place somewhere in the modern school of thought, because you can't really separate them from being human. I guess that's the important concept here. So, yeah. But anyways, just keep on writing this. Keep on thanking Plato for some of these good quotes to write down, good quotes to see and take and distribute amongst the world. Because I think he's got some words of wisdom. I think philosophy means love of wisdom, which I think it's kind of funny because from what I know about these philosophers is they're probably, at least Socrates was pretty humble and claimed to know nothing. So how could he claim to be a lover of wisdom if he didn't know anything? But that's besides the point. Or maybe not. Alright, now we'll go ahead and move on to the numbers. We left off on 1680, so we'll go 1681 up to 1700. And it's really the beginning of a new century now. So, yeah, as we go into these months of November, December, January, it's going to get a lot colder. At least for most people. I guess Southern Hemisphere doesn't get cold. It's their summer now. So that's always weird for me to think about. Is now they're the ones who are cold. Or they're the ones who are warm now while people in the Northern Hemisphere are cold. It's just a little harder for me to understand. But I guess that's one of the beauties of our world, the complexity that it has, and kind of spend time thinking about it. Not too hard, not too much. Don't want to hurt anything. Don't want to hurt yourself. So, I started writing 1996. Hope it's on 1696. That's the thing, is these 6s and 9s, they almost look the same. I guess you could make that argument. I'm trying to make that argument right now. I don't know if it's a good one, but I'm going to make it anyways. Alright, we finished the numbers, so we'll go ahead and finish up with the symbols, which shouldn't take too long. And I always say that, and sometimes I go back and watch and see how long it takes me. When I say, let's go ahead and write the symbols, sometimes it takes me an additional 30 to 40 seconds to finish the video, so I don't know how quick I am then if it takes me that long, but it can't be too long, otherwise I would know. And there you have it, day 305, the beginning of November. Thanks for watching. Come back tomorrow and every day to practice with me. Alrighty, goodbye.